The afternoon sun filtered through the blinds of Dr. John's clinic, casting long shadows across a desk cluttered with medical journals and patient files. He sat quietly for a moment, observing the small plastic bottle a patient had just placed in front of him. It was a common sight, a brightly labeled vitamin bottle, promising vitality, strength, and heart health. But Dr. John knew that for many seniors, these promises were a double-edged sword. "Did you know," Dr. John began, his voice steady and resonant, "that the very vitamin sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now, the one you've trusted for years, may be silently placing strain on your heart with every pill you swallow?" It's a sobering thought, yet most older adults in America have no idea that certain vitamins, when taken in the wrong dose or combined blindly, can create hidden changes inside the body that the heart must fight against every single day. He leaned forward, his expression shifting from clinical to deeply personal. "I am Dr. John. After decades of working with older patients across this country, I've watched countless men and women walk into my care confused. They describe a sudden, heavy fatigue, an irregular heartbeat that keeps them up at night, or a blood pressure reading that refuses to stay down. Too often, we discover that the very supplements they relied on for strength were quietly overwhelming their heart's ability to keep a steady rhythm."
We aren't talking about exotic drugs or rare chemicals. We are talking about everyday vitamins that millions of Americans take without a second thought. Today, I am going to reveal 5 specific vitamins and supplements that may be slowly damaging your heart, weakening its resilience, and putting your health at risk, especially after you cross that milestone of age 60. Once you understand the hidden dangers lurking behind these reassuring labels, you will never look at those bottles the same way again. Before we dive into these truths, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss a health tip made just for you. If you're ready to take control, type 1 in the comments below.
"Let us pull back the curtain on the first of these silent disruptors," Dr. John said, standing and walking toward a detailed diagram of the human circulatory system. Vitamin D. For most older adults in America, this vitamin carries a comforting promise. Doctors mention it for bone strength, commercials praise it for healthy aging, and pharmacies place it at eye level as if it were the safest bottle in the aisle. But what many seniors don't realize is that this very nutrient, when taken in doses far higher than the body needs, specifically 5,000 IU, 10,000 IU, or more, can begin to work against the heart in ways that are steady and deeply harmful. He traced a line along a major artery on the chart. It isn't that vitamin D is a villain, it's that the aging body handles excess differently. As we grow older, our kidneys become less efficient at managing mineral balances. When you overload on vitamin D, calcium levels in your blood rise silently. At first, you feel nothing, but that excess calcium has to go somewhere. It travels through your blood like tiny particles searching for a place to settle. And too often, that place is your arteries. Imagine your heart trying to pump blood through vessels that are gradually stiffening and narrowing, much like old water pipes filling with mineral deposits. This vascular calcification forces your heart to push against a level of resistance it simply cannot sustain, leading to that heavy, unexplained fatigue many of my patients describe.
Then, Dr. John continued, his voice shifting to a tone of caution. There is vitamin E. For decades, it was marketed as the ultimate antioxidant shield. But for a heart over 60, high doses can thin the blood to an unpredictable degree. If you are already taking a daily aspirin or a prescription blood thinner, vitamin E can push your cardiovascular system into dangerous territory. It doesn't cause a dramatic explosion. Instead, it erodes the stability of your heart's rhythm, making you vulnerable to sudden dizziness or internal strain. Your heart thrives on stability, and when a supplement disrupts that balance, the heart is the first to suffer.
As we move further into the list, Dr. John said, his voice dropping into a tone of serious caution, we encounter a pair of supplements that are often celebrated as the ultimate energy and youth boosters. First, let's look at the B vitamin energy imbalance. For many older adults in America, vitamins B6 and B12 carry a comforting reputation. They are advertised to sharpen memory, soothe nerve pain, and restore the vitality that time has slowly taken away. Without hesitation, many seniors add them to their daily routine, never imagining that these same vitamins, when taken in excessive amounts or layered through multiple formulas, can begin creating disturbances that place real pressure on the aging heart. He walked over to an anatomical chart, pointing to the delicate web of the nervous system. The danger rarely comes from one pill. It comes from accumulation. B6 in a nerve formula, B12 in a multivitamin, and more in an energy boost capsule. When vitamin B6 reaches high levels in an aging body, it can quietly irritate the nerves that control your blood pressure and heart rhythm. Your heart begins to receive signals that are shaky, inconsistent, or simply wrong. Sudden swings in your pulse or episodes of unexplained dizziness aren't always just signs of aging. They are often the signs of a cardiovascular system struggling to stay in balance against the chemical overload it was never meant to handle. Then, Dr.
John continued, "We have vitamin A, often called the fission vitamin. Seniors take it faithfully to preserve their eyesight or strengthen immunity. But unlike other nutrients that the body flashes out easily, vitamin A is stored in the liver. As liver function naturally slows with age, this vitamin can build up and interfere with the heart's electrical stability. Some of my patients describe it as their heart not feeling steady anymore or feeling faint when they stand up. It is a silent pressure that builds almost invisibly until one day your breath feels shorter and your energy suddenly feels fragile. It is a tragic irony when something meant to protect your eyes begins to undermine the very rhythm that keeps you alive."
Perhaps the most deceptive of all, Dr. John said, his expression hardening as he gestured toward a row of bottles labeled with words like natural energy, vitality support, and plant-based strength. Across America, store shelves are filled with products that create a sense of safety and comfort. For many seniors who want to stay active without relying on prescription medications, these herbal vitamins feel like a gentler, more honest alternative. But behind those friendly labels and green leaves lies a truth few are warned about. Many of these products contain stimulant-rich herbal blends that act like a sudden electrical shock to an aging cardiovascular system. He leaned against his desk, his tone urgent. "I'm talking about ingredients like ginseng, guarana, bitter orange, and green tea extract. While a younger body might handle these with a minor spike in alertness, in someone over 60, they can be devastating. For a heart that has already served for decades, perhaps dealing with stiffened arteries or mild hypertension, these stimulants force the heart into a tug-of-war it cannot win. I've seen patients describe a sensation as if their heart is kicking from inside their chest or trying to escape. These are not just uncomfortable moments, they are signs that your heart is under relentless, artificial stress. What makes this even more dangerous, Dr.
John continued, is that these hidden stimulants often fight directly against the medications your doctor has prescribed to keep you safe. If you are taking beta blockers or blood pressure pills designed to calm and steady your heart, and then you swallow a natural energy vitamin, you are sending conflicting messages to your cardiovascular system. This confusion often leads to emergency room visits after sudden spikes in blood pressure or terrifying episodes of atrial fibrillation. Because these products are marketed as natural, many seniors never think to mention them during their checkups. They sit quietly in pill organizers, taken with breakfast each morning, creating damage that no one can trace until it is almost too late. Your heart deserves peace, not the relentless pressure of a hidden stimulant.
"We have traveled through the aisles of your medicine cabinet together," Dr. John said, his voice softening as he sat on the edge of his desk, looking directly into the camera with a warm, steady gaze. "And while some of what we've discussed may feel daunting, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not powerless. The message rising above all else today is that your heart has worked a lifetime for you, and now it simply needs you to work for it. Aging doesn't have to mean a slow descent into exhaustion. It can be a journey of wisdom and intentional care." He leaned forward, his expression filled with genuine empathy. The heart of a senior is a magnificent, resilient organ, but it is no longer as forgiving as it was in your youth. It doesn't rebound from strain as quickly, and it doesn't hide its discomfort as quietly. But by making these small, deliberate changes, checking your dosages, questioning the natural labels, and having honest conversations with your healthcare provider, Anda sedang memberikan ruang bagi jantung Anda untuk berfungsi dengan optimal. You are relieving years of silent pressure in a matter of weeks. You aren't seeking perfection, you are seeking balance, safety, and the freedom for your body to recover. This is your blueprint for a stronger, longer life, he concluded, his smile widening. Imagine waking up with a heart that feels light, a mind that feels sharp, and a body that isn't struggling against the very pills meant to help it.
That is the power of informed protection. I want to hear from you now. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned today in the comments below. Let's build a community where we support each other in these truths. If this message resonated with you, please type 1 and share this video with someone you love. Your future self is waiting for the vitality you deserve. I'm Dr. John, and here's to living life on your own terms.